stories on BBC World News.
Hello, I'm Ross Atkins with Outside Source. This is the extraordinary story of climate change. Vaccines for Ukraine. Let's look at some of the international reactions. Tell us what you've been hearing. In practical terms, what does that mean? And let's just remind ourselves, this is all part of the same story.
Piece the story together with Ross Atkins. Outside Source on BBC World News.
Hello, this is BBC News broadcasting in the UK, on PBS in the United States and around the globe. I'm Annita McVeigh and these are the latest headlines. The UN Secretary-General is in Ukraine for further talks on extending a deal to export grain via the Black Sea. Kyiv denies any involvement in reports that a pro-Ukrainian group was behind September's attack on the Nord Stream pipeline. The UN's refugee agency criticises the UK's plan to stop migrant boats crossing the Channel, saying the move would break international law, but the government remains defiant.
They will enable us to take very bold and forward-leaning steps in order to reduce the rights of people to claim and to thwart their removal.
The BBC is to speak to one of its highest-paid presenters, Gary Lineker, after he criticised the government's immigration plans on social media. Hello and welcome to BBC News. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres is in Ukraine to hold talks with President Zelensky about the continued export of Ukrainian grain. Brokered by the United Nations and Turkey last July and secured with Russia, the deal enabled the shipping of Ukrainian grain from Odessa via the Black Sea through the Bosphorus Strait and Istanbul. But now the deal is up for renewal, and Russia has signalled that before it agrees to anything, it wants more done to lift curbs on its own agricultural exports. Our diplomatic correspondent James Landale is in Kyiv and explained more about Russia's position.